What's up? Thanks for tuning in. This is Chris Mortimer with Yacht Zero, teaching you how to buy any Riva, but in particular today, our client asked us, how do I buy my 2015 Riva Rivarama dream boat for the lowest price possible? And if you watch this video just like him, chances are we're going to save you about 20% and about $115,000 if everything works out properly. So again, I'm Chris Mortimer from Yacht Zero, and what I do is I make sure people buy the right boats at the lowest price possible by leveraging the data and analytics that typically are not shown to them or processed in a transaction. With that said, you're in the market to buy a Riva Rivarama, one of my favorite boats in the world. Timeless elegance, beauty. A boat built in 2010 to 2015 still feels like it's a modern boat. You see it out on the water, there's the avant-garde, the Revere, it's incredible. The varnish is beautiful, but it takes a ton of work and maintenance. Getting on and off the boat can be very, very challenging. The fact that it has straight shafts is incredible. The fact that it has such a social layout is incredible. The fact that it has the bimini that comes up and down and retracts that allows you to get in and out of bridges. The fact that the door handle, trying to open it all the way on the port side, is such a pain in the butt. That's just essentially what I love and what I don't love about the boat, and it's just because I've learned in spending so much time on them. Super important, these boats, obviously analytics and numbers matter, but conditions very important. The boats in better condition tend to sell faster, tend to sell for more, so that's a really important thing when going in. Now that's like a rule of thumb for any boat, but especially for these Rivas. So with that said, we're going to check out these numbers to help back up what I'm saying to you right now. So check this out. Right now we have 4 Riva Rivarama's built from 2010 to 2015 in the US that are available for purchase. And when we're looking at what's available, at first glance they're all priced pretty appropriately, except for the 2010 Riva 44, which is listed at just under about 5 years newer. As I just said, while condition matters, this is a justification that's pretty tough to justify if you're the owner of that 2010 Riva Rivarama. Right now, you're gonna see the gold columns, which indicates all of the Rivas currently available for sale. And the blue columns is gonna indicate how long it typically takes all Rivas or Riva Rivaramas in the USA to sell. So essentially 256 days, 230 days. The boats on the market are approaching that time, with the 2010 that we talked about as an outlier still way off the mark, but it should in theory signify some sort of level of urgency for a seller to get a deal done, and the brokers as well. So you want to lean on that if possible. So the most important thing any Riva Rivarama buyer needs to do is find out what actual buyers have paid for the boat and when. So this chart shows us that the prices get pretty close, which is much different than a lot of other boats. But again, this is a testament to how they hold their value based off of condition being the most important part. So just simply looking at this, we see what the boats were selling for 10 years ago, around $1 million. Now they're down around $500,000. If we're gonna apply that same rule of thumb, in another 10 years, it might be $250,000. So we'll have to see what that looks like over time. What's important to look at again is the fourth chart, okay? This is the same thing, breaking down what these boats are listed for and sold for by their model year. So when we break this down, the circles indicate what boats of a particular year model have sold for versus the crosses, which show the current listings. Typically in this chart, you'll see the crosses above the circles, which shows that boats are just listed way over what the boats have actually sold for in the past. But this chart actually is telling us that the listing prices for these boats is not really very far off. So with that said, sometimes these charts give us absolute mind-blowing revelations, make us say, what does this seller think about? They're crazy. But right now, again, if you're on the market for a 2015 Riva Rivarama 44, I would try and push for about $100,000 under that asking price. There's various conditions and factors that go into the purchase, but make sure you check out the link and you filter through this chart. You have the data and analytics that we have in front of us, and then make sure that you reach out to us so you have the most up-to-date information to make the best purchasing decision. Running Rivas, fixing Riva, we've had a lot of experience with it, what's good, what's bad, what to look out for. So with that said, no matter where you are, if you're in Amalfi, if you're in Miami, doesn't matter. This method and strategy works no matter where you are. So please, we would love the opportunity to work as your yacht acquisition advisor. My name is Chris Mortimer from Yacht Zero. Thanks so much for watching, and be sure to check out the link on our website. Happy yachting, my friend.